Hey traders, today I'm going to be talking about one of the most powerful option strategies to generate cash flow without requiring a ton of capital. It's called the Pmcc, better known as the poor man's covered call. So if you've ever wanted the benefits of a covered call but didn't want to tie up thousands of dollars in stock, then this strategy is going to be a game changer for you. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the pros, cons, and smart risk management tips that's going to make the Pmcc actually work in real trading. So whether you're trying to grow a small account or just want to add another income producing option strategy to your toolbox, this is the one you need to know. Hi, my name's Gautam, and on this channel I talk about the stock market and achieving financial freedom with the power of options trading. So if you're someone who wants to build consistent income, retire early, and take control of your financial future, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with your friends and family. If you are new to the options world and are simply looking to fast track your learning and avoid costly mistakes, check out my Launchpad Discord group, link in description below. Inside, you'll get my weekly trade alerts, learn how to open, close, and roll trades, master risk management, and even get direct access to me for any questions or guidance. Now, a quick disclaimer before we get started that this video is for informational and educational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. I'm simply showing you my trades and how I trade, and I'm not a licensed financial advisor. With that said, let's jump in and get started. So let's understand the poor man's covered call strategy. In a traditional covered call option strategy, you would buy 100 shares of a stock and then sell one covered call against those shares to generate income. In contrast, with the poor man's covered call, you would buy a longer dated leaps call option and then would sell short-term call options against those leaps to generate income. So let's look at an example and compare how a traditional covered call lines up against a poor man's covered call. So for example, if you look at Nvidia is currently trading around $182. So if we were to buy 100 shares of Nvidia, it would set us back by about $18,000. In contrast, with the poor man's covered call, instead of buying 100 shares of Nvidia, we would actually buy longer dated leaps call options. So let's take a look. So I'm going to simply click on trade Nvidia options, and I'm going to go out about 389 days to the December 18th, 2026 options chain. And let's look at the option strike prices right here. Anytime I'm interested in a leaps play, I generally target a delta of anywhere from 70 to 80. Now, the lower the delta, the cheaper the leaps option, and the higher the delta, the higher the intrinsic value, and basically that would mean that it would cost you more. So keeping that in mind, a 75 delta is generally my sweet spot for how much I'm paying versus the return on my options play. So keeping that in mind, if you look at the 154 strike price, this is a delta of 75. If I go with the $154 strike price, this would cost me about $5,265. So as you can see, going with the poor man's covered call strategy would only require less than 1/3 of the capital that you would require going with a traditional covered call setup. So as you can see, the two components of a poor man's covered call are first the leaps, which are simply longer dated call options with expiration dates of 365 days or more. And as you just saw with the Nvidia example, they provide us exposure to the stock with only a fraction of the capital that you would require to buy 100 shares of a stock. The second component of a poor man's covered call, these are simply shorter dated call options that we sell against the leaps to generate income. Obviously, the goal of selling these shorter dated call options is for them to expire worthless, so we can pocket 100% of the premium that we collected at the time of selling these shorter dated call options. Next, let's look into why I like the Pmcc option strategy. First, just as we saw with the Nvidia example, is a much lower capital requirement to run the strategy versus buying 100 shares of a stock. So this gives you the benefits of running covered calls against those leaps with only a fraction of capital that you would spend versus buying the stock. Another reason why I like the Pmcc strategy is that the return on your capital is going to be significantly higher comparing it to a traditional covered call option strategy. Thirdly is income generation. One of the major reasons a lot of people like the poor man's covered call strategy is that they are able to generate weekly or monthly income by selling shorter dated call options against their leap contracts. And this strategy works really well if you like the Mag 7 stocks or other stocks that are more expensive. Another reason why I like the Pmcc strategy is that your loss is capped to the amount that you pay to buy one leaps options contract and not the entire value of the 100 shares. Now, obviously on the flip side, if you own 100 shares of a stock and the stock tanks, then you can continue holding on to the shares till they rise in value, versus in case of a leaps options contract, you have to deal with theta decay. So that's actually one of the cons that we're going to look at in the next section. So if we look at some of the risks of running a poor man's covered call strategy, the first con is that this is not a set and forget strategy. It requires a lot of active management. First, with the longer dated call options, you choose the correct strike price and expiration. And secondly, you have to be really careful when selling shorter dated call options against your leaps, because the end goal is to use those shorter dated call options to generate income. So in case a shorter dated call option ends up being in the money, you have to take the appropriate steps to either roll it or buy it back at a loss to protect your longer dated leaps option. Second, it's obviously more complex versus a simple covered call, because in case of a covered call, you own 100 shares of a stock, and if you sell a covered call against those shares and that covered call ends up being in the money, then your shares are simply called away. Now, in case of a poor man's covered call, you not only have to manage your longer dated leaps, but also have to actively manage the shorter dated call option that we just went over. So obviously it requires a bit more work, as you have to manage both the long-term and the short-term call options. Now, because leaps are simply longer dated call options, they do get impacted by theta decay in case of a market downturn, or if the market continues to trade sideways for a few months. And in that case, the income that you generate from selling the shorter dated call options may not be enough to cover the erosion caused by the theta decay with the longer dated call options. Now, obviously this goes without saying, but if you buy leaps, then you will miss out on the dividend opportunity that you would have in case you were to buy 100 shares of a stock. So now that you understand the PMCC option strategy and its pros and cons, let's look at how we can utilize it to generate the monthly income that you're targeting, whether it's $5,000, $10,000, or $15,000 a month. So for this example, I'm going to go with QQQ, which is an ETF that tracks the NASDAQ 100. If we look at the breakdown of QQQ, 54% of QQQ's holdings are technology stocks. We have 12% of the holdings in consumer cyclical stocks. We have 4% in defense stocks, about 1.5% in utilities, 16% in communication services, 5% in healthcare, and 3% in industrials. Now, obviously, with AI leading the stock market right now, I like QQQ. And if we see the current breakdown of the top 10 holdings of QQQ, we have Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Broadcom, Amazon, Google, Tesla, Meta, and Netflix. So instead of running the PMCC on one individual stock and being dependent on that stock's performance, I like the QQQ because there's bad news connected to one individual stock. It's not going to be impacted as much because it has a nice mix of stocks, not only from the tech sector, but the other sectors we just looked at. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to click on Trade QQQ Options, and we're going to start the strategy by selecting our long dated leaps options contract. So in this case, I'm going to go out to the December 18, 2026 options contract. This is about 389 days out from today. As I mentioned previously, for my leaps options contracts, I generally like to target a delta anywhere from 70, with the 75 delta being my sweet spot. So the 75 delta for QQQ is the 540 strike price, which is about $65 lower than the current price of QQQ. So as you can see, going with the 540 strike price right now would set us back about 11,430. So today was a very green day in the stock market. So the options contract prices are a bit higher than usual. So if you're interested in a leaps play, a good day to enter a leaps contract would be when the market's red, as you would generally pay a bit less for the same options contract. So let's assume we go with the 540 strike price and purchase one leaps options contract at the 540 strike price. We can now start generating income by selling covered calls against our leaps options contract. Now, why I chose QQQ for this example is that QQQ has options contracts that expire daily compared to regular stocks like Nvidia, Tesla, Meta. So basically that means that we have opportunities to sell covered calls every day versus selling weekly covered calls going with other stocks. So now that we bought our long dated leaps call option, it's now time to generate income by selling covered calls against that. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I chose QQQ because it has daily option expirations and it provides us an opportunity to sell covered calls 5 times a week to generate income. Now, I'm recording this video on Monday, November 24th. So if I were to look at QQQ and for a short call, go out one day to November 25th, and I'm going to just select a sell call. And if you look at some of the strike prices, the 610 strike price is a delta of 24. Obviously, this is keeping in mind that QQQ is around 606. The 611 strike price is a delta of 19, meaning that there's a 19% chance of QQQ getting to this strike price by tomorrow. Obviously, the goal with the poor man's covered call strategy is to not lose our leaps options. So I'd like to be a bit more conservative and go with the 612 strike price. Now, this is a delta of 0.14, almost a 0.15 delta. And right now, this is offering us a premium of 46 cents per options contract. And because one options contract represents 100 shares, you would just take the 46 cents and multiply it by 100. So basically you would collect a premium of $46 by selling one covered call against one leaps options contract. So again, based on your account size and your target monthly income, you would sell those number of covered calls to meet that income goal. So let's say, for example, our monthly income generation goal is $10,000 a month. So keeping that in mind, if I sold 11 covered calls daily, meaning that I would actually have to purchase 11 leap options contracts first to be able to sell 11 covered calls, then by selling 11 short calls every day, I would collect a premium of about $505. And then if I take the $505 and we sell these short calls 5 days in a week, that would generate a weekly income of about $25.25, and then you multiply it by 4 weeks to get your monthly target income. So we're looking at about $10,000 in income. Now keep in mind that there might be potential days where your short call still ends up being breached, so keep that in mind, as you may have to buy back that short call for a loss or to roll that call further. So keep that in mind and always build a bit of a buffer to ensure that you can meet your monthly income goal. So that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it or learned anything useful, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below with your thoughts or questions. If you would like one-on-one coaching directly with me or be part of my Discord community, click on the first link in the description below and I'd love to help you out. I'll see you in the next one.